Okay, so now we're going to take a look at what happens when the top is negative. When the top is negative in your Magic X, you're going to subtract the factors to get the bottom, and your signs are going to be different. So how are you going to know who gets the minus sign? Well, if you have a positive at the bottom, you're going to do the big minus the small. If you have a negative at the bottom, you're going to do small minus the big. So that's how you figure it out. What we're going to do is we're going to start with the first one here. So this says minus 24. That means that you are going to subtract factors of 24. So your factors of 24 are 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, and 4 and 6. Those are our factors of 24. We need to subtract these to get a 23. So the one that I'm going to use to subtract to get a 23 is 1 and 24. Now, because it's a positive, I need a big minus a small. So I'm going to have a positive 24 and a minus 1. 24 minus 1 gives you a positive 23. We're going to do the same thing again. We have this, which is a subtraction of our factors. Here are our factors of 24. We have 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. This time, we have to subtract to get 5. So I'm looking at my factors, finding the pair that's going to subtract to give me 5. That's 3 and 8. But the 5 is positive, which means that I need big minus small. So I'm going to have a positive 8, and I'm going to have a minus 3. 5 is, you can get a positive 5 from 8 minus 3. The next one we're going to do, still subtracting because of that negative on top. Factors of 24, 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. Now I have to subtract to give me a 2. So the fact that I've got 4 and 6, that's 2 apart. We're going to use that one. But because it's a negative, I need to do small minus the big. So I'm going to do 4 minus 6. Positive 4 minus 6. Let's take a look at our last one. This is factors of 24. We're subtracting 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. This time I have to subtract to get a 10. Subtract to get a 10. So make sure you pick the right factors. We need to subtract to get a 10. So we're going to use 2 and 12. We cannot use 4 and 6 because when you subtract those, you get 2. We want 2 and 12. When you subtract those, you get 10. But because it's a negative, we need to do small minus big. So I'm going to have a positive 2, and I'm going to have a minus 12. 2 minus 12 gives me negative 10. This is how it's working. I hope it's good for you. We got 4 more to do, all with the same factor. Look at all these different options for one problem. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to go and do this with you, because this method really does show you exactly what pair you need and what the signs are for them. Factors of 24, 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, and 4 and 6. This time I'm subtracting, but I need a positive 2. So I'm still going to use 4 and 6, but because it's positive, I need big minus small. 6 minus 4 gives me 2. Positive. Subtract again. Factors of 24, 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6, and I need a 23. When I subtract to get 23, I have 1 and 24. But because this is negative, I need small minus big. I need a positive 1 and a negative 24. This combination is going to give me a negative 23. 2 more. Because it's a minus, that means I have to subtract my factors. Factors of 24, 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. I need to subtract to get a 5, so I'm going to use 3 and 8. But because it's a negative, I have to do small minus big. So I'm going to have a positive 3 and a minus 8. 3 minus 8 gives me negative 5. Last one. Minus here means I'm subtracting my factors. I have 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, and 4 and 6. I need to subtract these to get 10. Again, we're looking for factors where you subtract, so it's got to be 2 and 12. 4 and 6 do not subtract to 10. They add to 10. We are subtracting. That's what that sign means. So we're going to have a 2 and a 12. Because it's a positive, I need big minus small, so positive 12 minus 2. You're going to try and check on the next screen. Good luck to you all.